Voters this past summer did vote did vote for Proposition C regarding the federal health care legislation. How did you vote on that?
Well, I'm not for the federal health care mandates and those things coming down from the federal government. I'm not against health care reform, but I think that's an intrusive piece of legislation. Now, whether the federal government is going to, I don't know how they're going to handle our vote. I think that we're going to see this fall about how the people feel about what's been going on at the federal level in the United States. So I'm looking forward to some changes. I'm looking forward to some stability, and I think that the business community, if we have a change in politics in one of the houses in Washington, D.C., I think the business community is going to be much more favorable to investing in our state and working with us here.
So you did say that you do support some sort of health care reform. What are some of your ideas on that, or what would you like to see happen in this country?
I know that we have people that can't get insurance, but I do not want to see a program that basically takes control of your health records. I think there are privacy issues, and I don't like a program that's intrusive. I don't like a program that mandates to the states. I think the federal government is trying to push back on the states a lot of health care issues that they've been providing. So I don't like the intrusiveness. I think that we need more freedom and choice, and that we need to have a health care reform that the people can actually trust and feel comfortable with.
So I was looking on your website or looking somewhere, and I saw that one of your priorities that you outlined was protecting Missouri state sovereignty from the federal government. What do you mean by that exactly?
Well, I mean that Missouri needs to be able to make its own decisions without the federal government telling us what to do on a lot of cases, and that we need to protect our citizens from the federal government. So I'm willing to stand up and say, if the federal government is pushing something and it has that carrot of dollars out there, that it might be a program that we should not take and latch on to.
Do you have an example of, besides something like healthcare legislation, or it sounds like stimulus dollars, what exactly are you talking about? What might an example be?
I mean, healthcare would be one of those issues. Education has taken federal money sometimes, and then we're left holding the bag in the state of Missouri and carrying on those programs. So I think we need to look very closely at what's being proposed and what we decide as a state is best for us as compared to the nation.
Is there another priority that you've outlined that you'd like to share with listeners?
Well, I want to continue my support of energy independence. I truly believe that the creation of jobs is the number one priority. I think that I really care about our state in this region, and I love the farming community. And farmers start out every year and put seed in the ground and have no idea whether they're going to have a crop or whether they're going to have income or not, but we do it on faith. And I think it's important that our state and nation holds true to a lot of those values that's made this country great.
So the energy independence you talked about, how would you promote that, or how do you see that happening?
Well, Missouri has several ethanol plants, biofuels plants, where they take vegetable oil from a soybean plant and turn it into a biofuel that can be used in diesel engines. I want to continue my support for that. A lot of those ethanol plants have already received all the help that they can receive through the state, but there's some still out there that might need a little help. So I think that energy has been expensive, and but I think that anything we can do here to help ourselves and to produce energy here would be a great asset to our community.
Can you tell us about one experience at some point in your background that you think directly relates to the job of being a representative, and how that experience helps you to be a good representative?
Well, one of the things in my mind is about 10 years ago I was president of the Missouri Cattlemen's Association. And right now the Department of Conservation has come up with the idea again to reintroduce elk in the state of Missouri. So one of our issues as cattlemen that really got me interested in the political process was we spent a lot of time in South Missouri fighting the introduction of elk in our state. And it's not against people wanting to hunt, but it's for the safety of our citizens. And coming over here today, we still have many deer collisions. So, I mean, there are things happening in our state with the help of state government or a state entity or a department that brings some consequences down upon the citizens. And I think that elk issue was a turning point in thinking about whether I want to run for political office or not many years ago.
Okay, and lastly, can you tell us maybe one thing most voters don't know about you?
I don't know. My life's been pretty much an open record, so that they don't know about me.
Is there a hobby or?
You know, I enjoy working. I'm a farmer, and I have a 17-year-old son that wants to farm, and actually he wants to come to university next year. So I look forward to him being educated. And with the technology that we have in agriculture right now, I'm kind of the group that I accept some technology, but I have issues with a lot of technology. I mean, my combine has a yield monitor in it that tells the yield and the speed and a lot of different things that's going on with that machine. And I see the difference in my son that he's readily to adapt to newer technology that controls everything about the planting process and the whole ball of wax in the farming operation.